The garden between two dawns. They say there is a garden hidden between two dawns, between the last breath of night and the first sigh of morning, a place where silence remembers your name, a place that does not exist on any map, appearing only to those who have lost their way and forgotten who they are. Aiden found it one sleepless night. The city was quiet, the kind of quiet that feels alive. Rain had just fallen, and every streetlight shimmered on the wet pavement like a trembling star trying to remember how to shine. He didn't know why he walked that far, only that something inside him refused to sleep. He wandered past shuttered cafes and lonely windows, past echoes of laughter that belonged to no one anymore. Then he saw it, an old iron gate at the end of an alleyway, wrapped in ivy, breathing faint light from within. It shouldn't have been there. It wasn't there before. And yet, it waited for him. Aiden hesitated. His heart beat once, twice, and the gate opened with a sigh, as if it had been waiting for centuries just to breathe again. Inside, the world was different. The air was thick with the scent of rain and memory. Time had forgotten how to move. The light shimmered in colors that had no name. Birds with translucent wings drifted like living dreams, and every leaf whispered softly, as though it remembered something sacred. Then he saw her, a woman sitting on a stone bench, painting light. Not the things it touched, but light itself, its movement, its heartbeat, its soul. Her name was Lyra. When she looked at him, she didn't startle. She smiled gently, like someone who had been waiting for him forever. "You found it," she said. "Found what?" "The garden between two dawns." "I must be dreaming." He laughed, unsure whether from awe or fear. "Perhaps," she whispered. "But dreams are only realities waiting to be accepted." They walked together through glowing paths where roses burned softly with blue fire, and streams sang songs made of forgotten prayers. Every step they took seemed to wake the world around them. Every glance between them felt older than time. Aiden spoke quietly. "Why does this place exist?" "To remind us," she said, "that nothing truly ends. Between yesterday and tomorrow, there's a pause, a breath, where everything you've ever loved still lives." He stopped walking. "And you? Are you real?" She turned, and in her eyes both dawns shimmered, one fading, one waiting. "Real enough for this moment," she whispered. They reached the heart of the garden, a pond so still it didn't reflect, it remembered. Aiden looked into it and saw fragments of himself, his childhood laughter, his first heartbreak, the nights he prayed to no one, and in all of them, her, Lyra, hidden like light behind every shadow of his life. "I've seen you before," he said. "In dreams? Maybe?" "Not maybe," she smiled. "You called for me every time you closed your eyes." The garden grew brighter, as if the dawn itself was bleeding into it. He could feel the world beginning to awake. When the second dawn comes, she said, the garden disappears. And you? I return to where I'm remembered. Then remember yourself here, he whispered. Stay. She shook her head. You can't keep dawn, Aiden. You can only meet it and let it go. He took her hand. It felt like warmth made of memory. For a moment, he believed he could stop time. For a moment, he thought he could keep her. But the first bird sang. The Dardan sighed, and the colors began to fade, like a dream retreating before the sun. Lyra's form began to dissolve into light. You'll come back, she said, when you forget again who you are. He reached out, but his hand met only warmth, the breath of morning. And then he was standing in the city park. The gate was gone. The air smelled ordinary again. Cars passed. People hurried. Time had remembered itself. But in his pocket, a single blue petal glowed faintly. Soft, warm, alive, still smelling of dawn. That night, as Aiden closed his eyes, he heard her voice, distant yet near enough to touch. Between every ending and every beginning, there's a garden waiting for you. And for the first time in years, Aiden smiled before he slept because he knew the way back. The Garden Between Two Dawns, a story for those who have forgotten and are ready to remember.